riding. It's Saturday morning, and I just rode to the post office on the Victory Empulse TT, and I've not got it in the second gear the whole time. I took local roads. I didn't take any freeways or anything. So I thought it would be interesting to see to do a little range test. So I was at 100% charge when I left, and we gone 6.2 miles, and we're down to 94% state of charge. So that kind of goes with like a 1% per mile of state of charge. So if I was to continue at this pace, I could probably make 100 miles. It'd be 100 boring miles, but hey. I've been averaging speeds of like 25 to like 40 miles an hour, and I have not left first gear. Also, mind you, this test is like for the 13-tooth sprocket also. The 13-tooth counter sprocket. Oh, I wanted to make a right turn there. Oh well. Yeah, so this is for the 13-tooth counter sprocket also. It seems like the bike gets better gets better range, or electrical range, if you have the 13-tooth sprocket, because it doesn't have to work as hard. You got more torque, you know. That's what it seems like. I haven't really done any extensive testing yet with the range, but maybe we will. Yesterday I did ride it. I rode it, but I charged it. I rode it about like 68 miles or something, and I think it would have made it back fine, but it might have been totally out of energy. And that was a lot of freeway riding. That's what that was. So right now we're about to hit 7 miles. Anyway, when I get home, we'll be probably about, I don't know, maybe like 15 miles or something. And then we'll see what it gets. It's just this little short trip, all local roads. You know, speeds of 25 to 40 miles an hour. That's what this little test is about. And only first gear. Thus far, I have not had to go out of first gear into second gear at all. So till I get home, we'll see what our results are. And also, it's quite a warm morning. It's 87 degrees already. Jesus. Yeah, it's 87 degrees. So it's a summer day. So that would mean we'll probably get better range. When the weather is warmer, tend to get better range because electrons flow a little more freely. All right, so. I'm just gonna speed the video up on the way home, and then we'll see what we get. I'm pretty much almost there. Like, I'm gonna have to So Hazelmig here. I made it home. So I rode a total of 11.1 miles, and we got 90% state of charge left on the battery. That's pretty good still. So that's a little better than I'd imagine. It's probably going to turn over on 89% soon. So that's a little better than 1% per state of charge. So that's pretty good. So like I'm pretty much on track, if I kept on riding it like this, to get like 100 miles on charge. So that's actually really good. One thing I noticed with the 13.2 Sprocket is that in first gear, there's kind of like a vibration when you're not in the efficiency zone, almost like if you're giving it like part acceleration. So that is kind of weird. The bike didn't used to do that before, I think. But once you get into the green zone, it's fine. It's no problem. And then so yeah, it was about 87 degrees out, so that plays a little bit of a part to it's warm weather right now, so it makes it it gives you a little more range as opposed to if it was cooler, like a cold weather. So this will be kind of like a warm weather test, I guess, also. So that's at the 13.2 Sprocket. I noticed at speeds over 30 miles an hour, you're riding in the green zone. So it's more efficient at lower speeds, especially in first gear. Before, you wouldn't even be able to get close to that with the stock gearing. So it's a little more. I feel that the 13-tooth counter sprocket makes the bike a little more efficient, more range efficient. So so we got to do some more long distance testing. Like I said, I rode it yesterday. And I rode it yesterday to San Mateo, which is about more than 30 miles. I think I put about 70 miles on the way back. So, but I charged when I got there, so it kind of so it would assure me that I would make it home. But then I was looking at the numbers, and I was like, you know what? I think I would have made it home if and it was mostly all freeway for the most part. I would have made it home, but yeah, there's a lot of traffic too. I did have to split lanes quite a bit and use the carpool lane, so that might have helped out a bit. But yeah, it's a pleasant ride riding it in first gear around town. It's so quiet on a Saturday morning, so that was fun. It was a nice little cruise. So yeah, there it is. So 1% per 1% state of charge per mile. So usually it's 2% per was it 2% per mile? Yeah, it's 2% per mile. So like, let's say if I rode 5 miles, it would have gobbled up 10% already, almost. And that's the normal. That's what I've normally been getting. And so on this ride we were doing 1% per mile. So if I had continued at that pace, speeds of 25 to like 40 miles an hour in first gear only, I think we could have got 100 miles, but would be 100 really slow miles with no shifting at all. All right, here's what I got.